what we're seeing with Jim Farley and, Mary Barr and everybody else saying, okay, we're going to switch over to NACS. Okay, we're making this choice. That's a waving of the white flag.
Yeah.
Let's just be candid. I mean, they went, oopsie. Every third-party network that has now heard that is like, okay, so now what do we have to retrofit everything?
I talked to somebody on the SAE committee that was writing that charging standard, and they complained bitterly about Tesla. They said, Tesla was part of that committee, and we put this whole beautiful thing together, and then they went off and did their own thing, and they were all pissed off about it because they said this is going to hold back EV adoption. We should have come out with one standard. Then only just last year, I talked to somebody else who was on that committee, and they said, oh yeah, Tesla was part of the committee, and nobody listened to them. Nobody paid attention to them. It was little old Tesla. They hadn't even done much of anything at that.
The other thing to sort of follow on, and Matt and I talk about this a lot, Chase, is, Farley came out not because Tesla had a better mousetrap. Is because the current one they're using was failing them.
Yeah.
The number one complaint at Ford on the Mustang Mach-E, the customer complaint from owners, was Electrify America. Number one complaint from customers, right? You may recall that Ford launched like their Charging Angels thing. They were doing everything they could to try to fix the problem. I know an engineer inside the company. They had teams. They had like everybody trying to work on this and fix this. And this was, Jim started the waving of the white flag. He basically was saying that Volkswagen-funded charging network failed us. We put everything on them, it didn't work. And so we're going to get into bed with our arch enemy competitor, right? Like, think about that. They literally said, we're going to turn to our biggest competitor in the EV space to solve our charging problem.
And that's why as someone who's in this industry and someone who cares about its success, it is insulting